Let's talk about the I'm fine paradox. Are we actually fine when we tell our boyfriends and our partners and our husbands that we are fine? Of course, we're not fine. We are secretly hoping that they understand that we are not fine. There are at least 10 plus layers of emotions that we are currently feeling that we're secretly hoping that they're able to get without us actually explaining it to them. Kind of similar to us saying that we want flowers, but then we don't want flowers because we tell them they want flowers. We want flowers because they want to get us flowers themselves without us telling them. So it's going to be the same thing for your dream clients when she says she wants 20K a month. So many coaches are so busy just selling them the 20K a month dream that they forget that the 20K a month is just the surface level desire that your audience has. Your audience doesn't actually just want the 20K a month. She wants the identity associated with the 20K a month. Sure, the 20K months are cool, but what is the actual identity? What is the micro-specific desire associated with that 20K a month? That, when you understand that is when you are able to target their subconscious buying triggers. And that subconscious buying triggers will have her going from who the heck is this person to shut up and take my money. I don't need to look at your sales page. I don't need to look at your CTA or what you have to offer. I'm literally sold because you are the only person who gets me on a cellular level, and then also you are literally the obvious choice. So just shut up and take my money. When can we get started? That is when you are going to start attracting self-led buyers who are not going to throw you a single objection and who are certain that you are the only coach who can lead them to scaling their business to 6, 7, 8 figures and beyond. So what do I mean when I say I'm selling the identity of the 20K months instead of just selling the 20K months as an example? Let's put this into retrospect when it comes to dating. A lot of people, of course, they want the dream man. Of course, they want the dream partner who they've manifested, but what does that actually look like for them? Is it just the dream man, or is there micro-specific characteristics that you crave inside of the dream man that you have yet to tell a single soul and that you're secretly hoping that it comes to life? Probably told ChatGPT, but probably no one really knows about it, but you're just secretly hoping that you're able to attract that man without you actually having to say things, right? Is your dream man the type of man who cooks you breakfast every Sunday morning before you've even had the chance to get out of bed? That the first thing you wake up to is the smell of freshly brewed coffee because he makes your favorite coffee in the way you like it every single morning. And not only that, your breakfast is prepared for you. Your workout set laid out right in front of you. Everything is literally all laid out perfectly in front of you that you don't even have to lift a single finger. And you're like, what's that smell? Flowers. Not only did this man make your favorite coffee, bought you your favorite pastries from the local bakery downstairs without you having to ask, but he also bought you your favorite moonflowers that are so hard to find, but he did this all by himself, even without you having to ask him. To be left is to be seen. That's exactly what you want. A man that heals your inner child, a man who does things without you actually having to ask him to, do X, do Y. A man who understands that you're uncomfortable in certain situations without you having to physically explain it. Maybe you guys are in an event where you are talking to a group of people and he can sense deep down that you don't feel comfortable. So instead of you having to say anything to him, he makes the excuse to get both of you out there. He takes you to ice cream. He takes you to your favorite mall. You guys are shopping and laughing and having the best time. And you don't even have to turn on your brain every single time you're with him. That is exactly what you want in your dream man, and that's exactly what your client wants when it comes to 20K a month. She just doesn't want the 20K a month, right? She wants the identity associated with that 20K a month. She wants to know how it feels like to wake up on a Sunday morning before she's even had the chance to take off her eye mask or check her phone in the morning. She wakes up to a buzz of notifications and she thinks that it's her friend sending her a bunch of voice messages about her situationship, when in actuality, it's not her. It's not her. It's actually her dream client. And there was a message sent at 2 a.m. So she's like, what the heck? I've barely woken up. I've not even brushed my teeth. I've not eaten yet, but okay, I'll just check this message. I don't know who it's from. Dream client at 2 a.m. sending her over a message. Hey, I know you're asleep right now, but I just couldn't help but purchase the high ticket maybe offer that you're selling. I was binging your entire feed from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And honestly, you had me hooked within a single post alone. A single post alone turned me from not knowing who exactly you were to like, oh my God, like you are literally the coach I've manifested. So much so I've actually screenshotted your post, sent it to my business bestie, and literally gushed over, almost had tears in my eyes from the sheer amount of relief that you were able to understand where exactly I was in business. So I told myself I'd sleep it off, I just sleep on it and I just come back to you tomorrow morning, but I just couldn't help. I kept tossing and turning, and I know I just found you a few hours ago, but I decided to just go all in. I'm certain already from a few posts alone that you were able to 10x my business. I didn't even look through your testimonials, honestly. I didn't even look through your sales page. I just knew that you were the coach for me. And boom, she paid in full, no objections. And you woke up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning with someone buying into your highest ticket spaces without you having a single conversation with them. That is exactly the type of desire that she craves. Maybe another type of desire she craves is having that relief knowing that her business isn't relying on a sales cardio. Having that relief knowing that she can literally go, let's say, to dinner with her boyfriend with her phone face down, not having to convince someone to buy her $99 product. Being able to just have her phone face down, enjoy her meal, taking her sweet time, eating that divine pasta, enjoying the luxury interior of the 5-star restaurant that her boyfriend or husband or partner booked for her. And being able to leave the restaurant with so much certainty that her dream clients are passively buying into her offers without having a single conversation with her. And it actually happened. As soon as she left the restaurant, she hasn't checked her phone for an entire hour and a half. She had the best time giggling and being a teenager with her partner. And she checked, oh my God, I just literally had a dream client buy every single one of my offers from my store without me ever talking to her. In fact, she upsold herself into every single offer. And a few hours go by, and that message that you get again, hey, I don't know if you know, but I actually purchased your micro offer just a few hours back, and I'm not even finished with the entire training itself, but I honestly want to ask about your close proximity spaces. I know you mentioned that this is barely even a quarter of what you teach inside of your one-on-one spaces, but I'm very curious as to know what your one-on-one, in fact, no, I'm not curious. I'm certain that this is going to be the thing that changes the entirety of my business. I just want to confirm my spot. I want to see if you have any availabilities open. If you were fully booked out, that's completely fine. I want to book an intensive with you. And that feeling of that sheer amount of joy and relief and knowingness and certainty that your business does not depend on you to sell, and that you have dream clients thriving to your DMs, begging for you to send them the painful link, even whilst you're out enjoying a date with your loved ones, you're spending time in Christmas with your family, you're spending a solo date outside, drinking luxurious coffee at a department store. That is what she secretly wants. What else did I write? Conviction in posting. Maybe the top 20K months is simply conviction in posting. Maybe it's the conviction in not doubting every single thing that she posts, knowing that every single content that she posts is going to turn into liquid gold, that it takes less than 15 minutes for her to come up with a single carousel sequence or a single story sequence, and that ideas just flood to her naturally, so much so that she bought 2 new notebooks and it's completely flooded with content idea around ideas that she wants to do for micro offers, launches, funnels, sales systems, and things like that. And she just feels so convicted in what she says that she knows every single thing that she posts from now on, people are going to be obsessed, literally drooling over her offers. That people are going to come from being cold leads to not knowing exactly who she was to being sold into her offers 48 hours within finding her page. That her content is able to dismantle objections, that by the time people come into her DMs, they're not asking for the price or which offer is the best for them. They're confirming their spot because they already know that there is no other coach in the industry like them, and that it would be a disservice to themselves if they did not hire her. That is what she actually wants when it comes to 20K months. Not just the number, not just seeing that on her Stripe, but truly being able to experience the identity around that, the micro-specific high-level desires around that, right? Think about it yourself. When you say you want 20K months, do you actually want the 20K months, or is it something more? Do you really crave the 20K months, or is there a certain specific, micro-specific, high-level desire that you have around that you secretly crave, that you have yet to tell a single soul because you're afraid that if you say it out loud, people are going to judge you for that? That is exactly how your audience feels right now. And if you are just talking about the 20K months, you are leaving a crap ton of money on the table, and you are just giving your audience an excuse to go to your competition, pay them 2x your rates when they don't even share half the genius that you have. You are, every single person listening to this, I know that you're a complete genius at what you do. I know, I don't doubt for a second that you are so good at content creation, so good at messaging, so good at positioning, and that you are able to literally create a cult-like following of fangirls, a cult-like following fan base of people who obsess over every single thing you post. But right now your content is just being a bit too vague. Right now you're just being way too surface level. And as women, we all know we don't just want surface level. We want something deeper. We want depth. We want clarity. When you go more micro specific, this creates certainty that you actually understand what they truly desire. And that certainty, that then creates emotional safety, and that builds immense trust. Hopefully this training helped and give you so much more clarity around how you are going to leverage content when it comes to desire marketing, because desire marketing is beyond just here's how I'm going to get you to 20K months. There is a lot of psychological layers behind this and so much more neuroscience behind this, which I'm going to break down in further trainings on my YouTube channel, which definitely give me a follow and subscribe if you want to learn more about that. And I cannot wait to share more of my knowledge inside of this channel. If you are not inside of my Telegram groups already or my micro experiences already, highly recommend you do, because I drop so many more valuable trainings in those. And trust me when I say this, I would really want to brainwash myself and pay myself to be in a training alone, just from how valuable and just how well articulated every single training is. It feels like a mini masterclass itself. I am obsessed, and I can guarantee you that you will learn so much more from a single training compared to all other investments that you've made prior in your business, and that it will be the best investment that you'll make in your business. With that being said, I hope to see you in my next YouTube video.